Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield, live from Harpo's, the Missouri Bar and Grill. This is Tiger Talk.
To the rim, and the hanging two-hand jam puts Missouri up by 22.
Now, here's your host, the voice of the Tigers, Mike Kelly.
Good evening and welcome to the show. For the final time this season, we say welcome to Tiger Talk from Harpo's in downtown Columbia. It's a staple downtown since 1971. They feature a new food menu. You can check out their daily specials. Also, their expanded space to host your next event. I'm Mike Kelly. Dennis Gates is alongside. We're glad that you're with us either on the radio or here in person at Harpo's. And let's begin things by saying, first of all, big thank you to Harpo's for hosting the show not only during the football season but during the basketball season. Their staff does a terrific job, and we sincerely appreciate what they do each and every week. Tigers coming off of a loss on the road last night in Norman, Oklahoma, 80-64. Missouri's won 6 of its last 9 games. Tigers started since we last talked to you last Wednesday, started the weekend with a win. Impressive victory on the road, led by as many as 31 at Mississippi State, and won by 24. With that, let's bring into the conversation the head coach of the Tigers. Give it up for our friend Dennis Ray Gates, ladies and gentlemen. And like a moment ago, somebody just delivered a little plate of food to you. And I was shocked because I thought this man's eating a cheeseburger?
You thought I was eating a burger. It's just a bun with tomatoes and pickles and lettuce. It's the Dennis Gates sandwich.
The Dennis Gates sandwich, absolutely, yeah. But, yeah, I was surprised for a while. I had to kind of lean up a little bit. Wow.
No meat.
Yeah, no meat. How long have you been on that diet?
Close to 10 years now.
What started it?
I used to do a Daniel's fast with my boss every January 1st, and we would go until the end of the season. So once I began, breakfast, lunch, dinner with Leonard Hamilton every day, and we would just hold each other accountable. Wouldn't eat anything that was cooked. Literally just raw veggies, raw fruit, raw grains, raw nuts or something like that. But the biggest thing that you do is you practice your discipline. You get more deeper into your faith. But in that Daniel's fast, I would go a little bit longer than the season end. Each year I would increase it maybe to the summer, maybe to end of summer, maybe to Thanksgiving. And then I said, you know what, I'm feeling a lot better. All my basketball injuries are no longer. All the inflammation in the shoulders, back, ankles, and foot aren't bothering me anymore. And I just learned how to, reprogram myself with groceries. And from there, I've just adopted it.
Yeah, stayed with it, and that's why I was shocked, because I've never seen you with a piece of meat in front of you, or a burger. All right, so I'm sorry, I'm just interested
I eat
in this,
Beyond
so I apologize,
Meat every once in a while,
yeah.
or Impossible Burger, or something like that. But
does Jocelyn?
The family. You know how some people wake up to the smell of Folgers.
Yes.
Sometimes I wake up to the smell of bacon, and and my family, they eat whatever is just my own personal journey.
Let's talk about last night.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts about the setback at Oklahoma. Obviously, it was I think you'd agree with this, a sloppy game from an offensive standpoint for your team.
Yeah.
Fell behind by as many as 22 and lost by 16.
Well, two things. Turnovers. We ended up gifting them 25 points off our 15 turnovers. And then the scorching hot, blistering shooting that they displayed, a record that lasted, I think, or the last time was in early 2000s, shooting 65% from the field and over 50% from three.
What do you think of your defense, though, throughout the course of that game?
We just didn't force enough missed shots, man. It just seemed like we were stuck in mud, or at least they, with their shooting ability, displayed such. And sometimes you have to count on the opponents missing some shots, but you got to think about the emotional win that we had here, and that caused them an emotional loss. So coming back off of that, and they were one of the top 5 offenses in the last 5 games in the country. So it's not like they just did this against us. This was a team that won at Vanderbilt, and a team that has been in every close game that they've had.
They've won 5 of their last 7.
Absolutely.
They're leading the SEC in terms of three-point field goal efficiency at better than 38% now, and almost to 40%. And you look at what Nigel Pack has done, and he had a quiet night by his standards. But here's a guy that over the last 5 games was making 60% of his threes.
Well, a veteran amongst veterans. He's been in college for 7 years at the end of the day. So for us, just playing against that team, they had, some unbelievable roles that was being filled. I think everyone chipped in that played. Nobody took more than 6 shots. When you look at that stat sheet, it was as complimentary and as involved as any team stat sheet that I've seen in a long time.
Go back to Saturday. You get off to a great start on the road inside the hump in Starkville, Mississippi, led by 31 at the half and go on to win by 24, largest win in SEC play this season.
Well, absolutely. We came out the gate and we were able to defend, force some missed shots, one of the best scorers in the country. Hubbard was held in check, and obviously we didn't allow any of the other role guys to even be a factor. Right. So being able to impose ourselves, from a standpoint of defensively and offensively, that was the first time in 2 halves that we put together in a long time, and I'm proud of our guys.
Mark Mitchell again leads you in scoring, but Jaden Stone, season high 10 rebounds for him.
Well, we needed someone. I didn't know it was going to be him, but he's been leading us at the guard spot, perimeter spot, and rebounding. And we needed somebody to step up in that category, and he was able to chase down some long rebounds and even some through traffic, and his athleticism and toughness does it.
And then the other thing that I take away from that game is that from the 5 position, combination of Sean Phillips and Trent Burns, Phillips with 16, Burns with a career-high 8 points, so 24 from that position.
Twin Towers. They did a great job. It's great to see Sean contribute how he does. We got to keep him out of the flagrant foul trouble. But the other part is Trent Burns being able to see his growth publicly. Sometimes this growth happens in the summers, but to see it publicly in games right before our eyes is special.
I want to go back to Sean Phillips, because there was a moment, I think it was before maybe the Tennessee game during the walkthrough, where you during the walkthrough said, "That's a foul, Sean," and made him admit vocally that it was a foul and said, "Good call," raises his hand. Walk us through how you're trying to help him at this stage of his career just deal with the emotions when things go against him.
Sean plays a physical, professional style of basketball that is really needed at the next level. And when you ask yourself, why do college students struggle in the professional leagues overseas or even in the NBA domestically, is because of their lack of physicality. Well, Sean comes with that right away. Now we have to calm him down from time to time. I think he leads the country in flagrants. But I would rather calm a guy down physically than try to, push them toward motivation, toward physicality. We just got to harness it in the right way, man, and he's special. He's a good player. Our field goal percentage defense, especially in the paint, is obviously effective because of him. And our other guys, don't get me wrong, but Sean is a presence that a lot of teams would love to have, and he's one of the most special centers that I've ever coached in my career, and obviously here at Missouri.
Final game of the regular season comes your way Saturday morning at 11 a.m. when Missouri hosts Arkansas at sold-out Mizzou Arena in Columbia. Yep. It's senior day. A reminder, the senior ceremonies will take place after the game. But when we come back, Film Breakdown will deal with the development of that senior class throughout their careers. Coming up next on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
It's game time. As Mizzou hoops action heats up, there's only one way to cool down: Shock Top Belgian White. So grab your friends and a couple cold ones and toast to the thrill of college basketball. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on the Mizzou Tigers. Whether you're courtside or couchside, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Top, official craft beer sponsor of the Missouri Tigers. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, Shock Top Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon.
A message about safe driving from University of Missouri head basketball coach Dennis Gates.
Basketball requires everyone to be responsible teammates. Driving requires the same exact thing. Crashes can be avoided by practicing safe driving habits. Please leave all distractions aside. Once you're behind that wheel, that is your number one priority. Buckle up, phone down. Slow down, drive sober.
Brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
You could call it swagger. You could call it a vibe. You could call it confidence. You could call it cool. Or you could call it exactly as it is, Tiger Pride. Show your Mizzou spirit with the Tiger Checking Card, only from Central Bank. Sign up today at tigerchecking.com. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
When seconds making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Two things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right, Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
If you want an inside look at Mizzou basketball that you won't get anywhere else, you want the Inside Mizzou Athletics Podcast.
Trent Pierce. Talk about it every day. We want to be a Final Four team. That's our goal. That's what we want to do. It's Jaden Stone.
It's pretty much a miracle that I'm playing. I've actually never talked about it, so this is the first time I'm saying anything.
Subscribe today to the Inside Mizzou Athletics Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Original content plus replays of Tiger Talk and more. The Inside Mizzou Athletics Podcast, presented by Shelter Insurance.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Tiger Talk continues from Harpo's in downtown Columbia with Dennis Gates. I'm Mike Kelly. Final show of the season. Glad you're with us here on the Tiger Network as well as in person at Harpo's. Mizzou Athletics would like to thank its premier partners of the Diamond Club, MU Healthcare, Shelter Insurance, and Multiply Credit Union. Tigers in action coming up on Saturday. Sold-out house at Mizzou Arena as Arkansas comes to town for an 11 a.m. tip-off. Razorbacks in action tonight as they are facing Texas in Fayetteville. Just underway in the second half, and Arkansas leads by 22. Film breakdown. Last one of the season is going to deal with the guys that will be celebrated after the game on Saturday, the Missouri seniors, Coach.
Well, first, I just want everyone to come out and support these guys, which they are, but stay after the game and help us celebrate, especially these special young men that put on that Missouri uniform for us this season and throughout their careers. So starting with the first one, and we'll go over two clips. The first kid, Javon Porter, obviously came to us out of the transfer, minimized his season just with some injuries, but also caution, right? You have to be able, especially when it's lower body, to make sure guys are not setting themselves up for poor performance in their professional careers. So right now, just because that injury keeps popping up, we've just followed the doctor's order. But this season, he's minimized his turnovers from one season to the next. He's upped his field goal percentage from 39% to 49%. And then, obviously, from a foul standpoint, you look at 3 fouls down to 1. During that time, you look at his versatility, a kid that can play the 5, the 4, the 3. And he did some great things in non-conference for us. We just were not with our complete team, as you guys know, with Jaden Stone and Trent Pierce. And I would have loved to see those guys play together, but they never did. But right here, this is Javon playing the 5. Look at his versatility, setting the ball screen, but also passing ability. And he's a young man that is going to have a great career. Defensively, the same thing. He's an impact player when it comes down to his instincts, but his fluidity, his ability to get out and guard perimeter players, guard 4-man, 5-man, and that's one of the attributes that he has. In addition to that, his rebounding ability. I truly believe he'll have a great pro career, and ultimately we'll see what the doctor says in these next weeks to see if he can get a part of our remaining season. Any questions on Javon Porter?
No, not at all. I do want to follow up, though, with Jacob before you even started talking about it, because, again, we've talked about this on this show before, the number of things he was dealing with when he came into this environment a year ago. First-time father, transferring to a new environment, being married obviously being married as well. And I don't think people understand what a great teammate Jacob Cruz has been over the last 2 years.
Unbelievable.
Elaborate on Jacob Cruz, the person, more than, and we can hit on it next segment as well. But I think it's a great introduction to seeing what he does on the court.
Well, his story is unique. I mean, a young man that has gone through hardship, parents not there, being raised by his grandmother, dealing with deaths and sicknesses and things like that. He pretty much was homeless during a period of time and had to take the route of community college before he got to UT Martin, but had to have a sort of a year or a semester where he had to get out of school for all of these things happening at one time. So unique story, to say the least, and obviously a young man who saw success at UT Martin, and a guy that we targeted right away just because of who he was, but also how he would impact the game with his shooting and rebounding.
Let's jump into his tape then.
Absolutely. So Jacob Cruz improvements is simple. He went from 5 points last season to 9. He went from 37% from the field to 48, and he went from 33 from behind the arc last season to 45, one of the nation's most efficient guys from behind the arc. And obviously he stretches and gives this court a lot of space. So the film we'll see is obviously how the gravity from the standpoint of a horizontal helps us. And just spacing right there gives him some opportunity, but also gives T.O. Barrett and Robinson, Mark Mitchell, opportunities to get in the lane. And just the eyebrow fake will raise an opponent. And obviously some shots that he's made this year for us inside the arc and beyond has definitely helped us win some games. And obviously with his size, we exposed Florida, our first SEC game, which got us off to the start that we're in now. Being able to get this win was very instrumental, very important. There's been only 2 teams to beat Florida this year in our SEC, and we're one of them. So I just credit our players, credit Jacob Cruz, who had a tremendous game, but also the rest of our players and our fans.
Well, and to his development, that's an example of his development, is not settling for the 3 and understanding he can impact the game inside the paint.
Absolutely. But in addition to inside the paint, his patience with the time of possession. He's no longer taking the first shot he gets on the first touch he gets. He knows the ball will come back to him, and he's reading it a lot better, so therefore his percentages are impacted. Sean Phillips Jr., obviously the development, he hadn't gotten ejected out of a game, which is great, right? But he's leading the country in flagrants for some reason. And some of it is some flopping going on, but I would rather have this kid as physical as he can be, in the way that he's impacted us, but he's done a great job. Going from 5 points last season at Arizona State to 7.5, going from 57% where we thought, man, anything close to this would be great. And he's a whopping 68+% and on target to possibly break the Mizzou record. 67 made field goals last season to this year, 88. To see him go 6 for 6 from the free throw line at Mississippi State is something that's great, and I think his presence will give us an opportunity. Shot blocking and offensive skills will give us an opportunity to make some noise.
I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, he was in the low 40s in terms of free throw percentage in the league, and now it's above 50, so it's great to see. At 55, in fact.
Absolutely. So right here we go with a single pin down screen to a post up, and he has space. Sean has become one of the field goal leaders in the SEC this season, and 2 or 3 dribbles will get him right close to that basket, and he's able to withstand any kind of physicality that this league has been definitely known for. He's at the top of that list when you look at the centers in our conference. Right here, he's just being patient. Post feed from point to post from Ant Robinson to him, and it's an attribute to all the traffic that Mark Mitchell receives as well. So Sean Phillips being able to finish like this, we hadn't had it. And sometimes we've had to post up our smaller guys or even Mark Mitchell for those opportunities.
The other thing, too, about Phillips that I'm just curious about is, and we saw it on the first clip, where our second clip, where he's patient, he thinks about passing, guy comes to double down, then he makes the move to the baseline. Has the kicking it out and reseal part of the game, has that gone away from basketball?
It's gone away from basketball because guys are shooting the ball. So it's the Steph Curry effect now, where teams are relying on three-point attempts. So no different than a paint touch and a spray out. This is an opportunity to collapse the defense and then get a three.
Jaden Stone, one of the most thoughtful young men that's on your roster. It's always a pleasure to get a chance to visit with the Australian native. But, here's a guy, again, 10 rebounds against Mississippi State. And, if he can start shooting the ball at the clip that he's capable of, it certainly will help in postseason. Let's go through his film.
Jaden Stone has been a pleasant surprise for us. 42% from the field to 48, 31% to 37, 2 turnovers to 1. And I think he's, the best basketball is ahead of him. But for this kid to come off an injury and then have the impact that he's had, he's probably one of the most improved players. He's a kid that initially I thought was going to fill in the role of Caleb Grill and be the 6th man of the year. But he's effective as a starter, and I had to make the change. So right here you just see him spacing and obviously knocking down shots. And I think this was his first game back from injury. And before you know it, he has 15 to 20 points at the blink of an eye, and he can score in bunches. And somebody that we targeted early in the process, and we were shocked that he was still available. But ultimately, from the standpoint of his impact, no one has impacted our perimeter as much as he has for this conference. And you can just tell with his ability to make plays, his ability to obviously get in the lane, his ability and versatility defensively, and with the rebounding, it bodes well for what we need.
Do you have any player on your roster that is as active as without the ball as Jacob Stone is?
No,
Jaden
not
Stone,
at all. He moves well without the ball, and it's just with the European opportunity. He's been around basketball his whole life, and ultimately what he's done throughout the years has gotten better. He averaged 20 points at Detroit, and when you average 20 points, you better be able to move without the basketball, and he's been one that I've been greatly shocked at, but also I think he still has meat on the bone, so to speak, in terms of seeing him take over a game, and I think he will give us some opportunities in that.
Before we jump into Mark Mitchell, let me just give you some numbers for Mark over the last 4 games.
Right.
20.7 points per game, 66% from the field, 66% from 3, and 71% from the free throw line.
Man, that's remarkable.
And leads your team in assists.
That's remarkable. There's no player in the SEC that's more important than their team than Mark Mitchell is for Missouri, is for us in our program. He's a kid that I truly, if I could just retire his jersey Saturday, I would. And I'm saying that from the standpoint of what we've been able to do the last 2 years, win double-digit SEC games. We wouldn't be able to do that without Mark Mitchell. In addition to that, being able to sign a recruiting class that we signed, Mark Mitchell made it cool for although a transfer from Duke University, but a McDonald's All-American to be here from the transfer portal. And I just think it deserves the credit. And he's behind it. I would love to take all the credit, guys. I truthfully would, but none of this is possible without players. You got to be able to have players, and Mark Mitchell is that guy.
Are we breaking news tonight, though?
No, I wish. I'm just trying to throw some hints out there that I want that done, but I wish it would be done, but it's not going to be done, right? But I will be fighting tooth and nail between Kobe Brown and Mark Mitchell. I will be fighting tooth and nail for as long as I'm the head coach here to get their numbers retired or recognized. But Mark's stats from last season, he went from 14 points to 17.5. He went from 50% from the field to 55. He went from 1.5 assists or 2 assists right there to 3.6, and then lead the league in assist-to-turnover ratio. It just speaks volumes for his versatility. He's opened up the court a lot more with his three-point confidence and knocking down shots, but there's not a place on the court he cannot impact. Transition, he can run the point, he can run the 3, the 2, the 4, the 5, and defensively he can do the same. Obviously, this clip shows his ability to get downhill. The next clip against Texas A&M shows his ability to just make decisions in 0.5 seconds and recognize Sean Phillips for a lob on the same side. That's a very difficult pass, and that's why we put him in that position at the end of the game to throw that game-winning pass lob to Sean Phillips again. But Mark Mitchell will have a successful pro career. He is very, very, very talented, and I truly believe he's only shown us part of it. He's only shown us part of it. The pro level, the game opens up, but I would love Mark Mitchell to be more selfish, but he's just so humble, and that's something that's a part of who his character, how his parents raised him and his character.
Where can he grow? You talk about him being a very impactful player at the next level. Where does his game have to grow to accomplish that?
Well, more selfish, creating for himself, but also holding on to the part of being able to create for others. Being able to knock down more jump shots, I think we've seen an increase in that, where he went from Duke to not even attempting to being here, knocking down a 3 against Kansas in that corner in front of our bench, to now knocking down shots consistently, making closeouts more difficult. But those percentages are going to continue to go up.
How about a round of applause? Evan and Jaden put together the film clips each and every week. Appreciate those guys' communication. We are so high-tech here. You got Evan holding his phone up high, so Jaden in the back and here, Coach, talking about what's going on so he can follow along. So, guys, appreciate your help all season long. We're going to be back after this to Harpo's on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Addison's restaurants are great local spots to visit before or after all Mizzou home games. Addison's has 2 locations to choose from in Southwest and downtown Columbia. Addison's features a full bar with over 20 beers on tap, including local brewers, and of course their famous Nachos Bianco. So, before or after the game, stop by Addison's. View the full menu online for both locations at addisonsgrill.com.
Black and gold season never ends at the Tiger Team Store. Gear up for game day with the largest official selection of black and gold gear and gifts. From the latest Mizzou SEC gear to everything you need for your tailgate, the Tiger Team Store is your store for all things Mizzou. The Tiger Team Store has moved and is now located inside Mizzou Arena. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with extended hours on game day, or online at tigerteamstore.com. It's always black and gold season at the Tiger Team Store.
Giving back to the community is a pillar for Mizzou athletics, and one that we're proud to emulate here at Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza. As a proud partner of Mizzou athletics, Brew Pub is proud to announce our support of local heroes through our partnership with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. With every purchase of the new Brew Pub Patriot Pizza, we're helping support veterans, first responders, law enforcement officers, and their families during difficult times. Look for the new Brew Pub Patriot Pizza today in your local grocery store and enjoy a great pizza for a greater cause.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Hey, Tiger fans, Mike Kelly here. When it comes to protecting your home, you've got to have a solid defense. That's why I count on Helitech waterproofing and foundation repair. For nearly 40 years, Helitech has been keeping homes healthy, foundations strong, and blocking water. Their team of experts play every job like it's the championship game with skill, precision, and pride. Inspections are free, so make your next move at HelitechOnline.com. Helitech, where the best defense starts below the floor.
Heal your home with Helitech.
As the parent of an athlete, you've got to give them every advantage possible. And if your child wants to play at the highest level of their sport, they should be training with two people who played at the highest level of theirs. Introducing API Project Fitness and their sports performance program. Certified in training athletes from 5 to 18 plus, API Project Fitness teaches athletes to be more explosive, more mobile, and will teach your athlete how to excel both on and off the field. Find your fire. ProjectFitnessAPI.com.
Tiger Talk from Harpo's downtown Columbia. I'm Mike Kelly. Dennis Gates is alongside. Missouri and Arkansas coming up at 11 a.m. this Saturday. It's Gold Rush. It's sold out Mizzou Arena in Columbia. And a reminder that the Senior Day festivities will take place at the conclusion of the game. Once again this season, each and every week on Tiger Talk, you were able to watch the show through the family of networks, through KMIZ and also the St. Louis area through Matrix Midwest. So big shout out to both of those partners for allowing us to bring you Tiger Talk to your television each and every week. Partner with the Tigers and the Food Bank, the official charitable partner of Mizzou Athletics. Visit scoreagainsthunger.org to learn more about the Score Against Hunger campaign presented by MPICS. Jaden and Evan, who we introduced, a couple of graduate assistants, two guys that are important to the program. There are other guys behind the scenes that will be recognized on Saturday that don't get a lot of recognition, and that's your managers, Coach.
Well, we have a tremendous group of managers, and throughout my career, what I've done is recruit that position. And obviously, we have some kids that come, introduce themselves, interview, and they do a great job in the interviewing process, and they'll transition into a role. But professionally, I have probably close to 20 former GAs and managers that's working in the NBA now, and some throughout college at the college level. Very proud of.
Are those kids that want to be coaches that you want to be a part of your program?
They want to be around sports, not just coaches. So we have some analytic guys. We have guys in a role of becoming possible GMs. We have guys that are ultimately in all kind of roles at different levels, whether it's pro, semi-pro, other college programs, and obviously entry level. And some do want to coach, and some choose to coach, whether it's D3, D2, D1, some without even basketball skills, right? You don't have to play to impact the game or even work around the sport. So that's the part that speaks well with our crew. Brandon, Bryce, Kyle, and JJ, we're going to obviously recognize those guys, but they do a great job of sacrificing their time. But they see a behind-the-scenes activity, and there's a lot of trust that's built into their roles that ultimately a lot that's put on their shoulders over time.
The casual fan thinks, oh, yeah, he's just a manager for the team, shows up at practice, throws out towels, whatever.
Yeah, that's not it.
There's a little bit more to it. What is the time commitment that's required of someone like that?
Man, it's like a job. It's like a job, but it's a job that's organized in a way where we work around the academic schedule and the other things that they're involved in. So we don't want to take away their student experience. We want to enhance it as it relates to adding another feather on their cap, as it relates to something that'll help them become unbelievable employees in the real world or get them closer to their dreams and aspirations. So it's sort of like an internship, and basically my name is on their resume forever. And there's not a time where, or even a place where their name or an interview happens and that I'm not fighting for these guys or making calls for their professional career to get off the ground or even transition from level to level.
Tigers in Arkansas coming up on Saturday. Razorbacks leading by 22 at home tonight against Texas with less than 11 minutes to play. When we come back, we'll talk about all the possibilities for Missouri and other teams in terms of seeding in next week's SEC tournament in Nashville. That comes your way from Harpo's on Tiger Talk on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Quirk Hard Seltzer is a proud partner of Mizzou Athletics. With a winning lineup of flavors including Breakout, Stars, Cherry Blossom, and Lime, and Strawberry, Lemon, and Basil, Quirk packs a Tiger's Paw-sized punch of award-winning flavor made with real fruit juice. Crack a Quirk, Missouri's hard seltzer, when rooting on MIZ this season. 90 calories per 12-ounce serving, gluten-free. Quirk Hard Seltzer, crafted by Boulevard Brewing Company, born and brewed Missouri. Must be 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly.
From Stewart to Gates, Sunvold to Mitchell, Mizzou fans have always dreamed big. And at Multiply Credit Union, we're proud to keep that spirit alive. We're bringing fans across Tiger Nation better rates, real rewards, and accounts built to back their goals every step of the way. This isn't banking as usual, it's banking multiplied. Grow together, live fully, be more. Multiply Credit Union, the official credit union of Mizzou Athletics.
A message about safe driving from University of Missouri head basketball coach Dennis Gates.
Basketball requires everyone to be responsible teammates. Driving requires the same exact thing. Crashes can be avoided by practicing safe driving habits. Please leave all distractions aside. Once you're behind that wheel, that is your number one priority. Buckle up, phone down. Slow down, drive sober.
Brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why our agents work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Isn't it time to check Shelter out? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
It's time to get back into routine that focuses on you. Move better, feel better, simply live better at Wilson's Fitness. Escape reality in the indoor saltwater pool. Detox in the saunas or heat things up with our hot yoga. Wilson's is here to support you, motivate you, and help smash your goals with group fitness classes, personal coaching, and endless amenities. Move better, feel better, simply live better at Wilson's Fitness in Columbia. Visit them at wilsonsfitness.com.
Tiger Talk brought to you by Shelter Insurance, ranked number one in customer satisfaction among auto insurers in the Central Region. By J.D. Power, 7 of the last 8 years, we're your shield, we're your shelter. Gentile is now the apparel provider of the Mizzou Radio Network. Check out their collection of Mizzou apparel, available at gentileapparel.com or at Bingham's in downtown Columbia. The next time you come to a game, hopefully Saturday for the game against Arkansas. And again, a reminder, it is a gold rush, and the senior celebration will take place at the conclusion of the game. Tigers will head to Nashville next week for the SEC tournament. Always a fun time in Nashville at Bridgestone Arena. Always a very competitive 5 days in Nashville as well. Trying to figure out the seedings. Almost virtually impossible at this point in time. Jason Vineski, who does a terrific job for your program, tells us there are 512 combinations right now in terms of what the seeding could be at next week's NCAA tournament.
Well, it just speaks volumes.
SEC tournament. I got a week ahead of myself.
Yeah. It just speaks volumes as it relates to our conference, and is underestimated. Sometimes the media doesn't give us the credit. Obviously, having 14 of 16 teams last year, they had to take a break from talking about the SEC, and we still are showing the committee how deep our conference is and how impactful we are. Florida is returning, champion, and they've done a great job of winning it. But when you look at where we are as an institution, I'm proud to be able to be fighting for that double bye.
Yeah, still an opportunity, and among the opportunities, if Arkansas wins tonight, they will lock up third place, and so that'll eliminate the possibility for Missouri to move into third. However, with a win on Saturday, you could finish fourth, which would give you the double bye, or fifth.
Yeah, big game for us, man. And, again, year one, we were able to do it with an 11-7 record. Obviously, we wanted to just win out, and it would have been such a easier decision and impact for us, but we let a game go, and we have to take care of home court against a tough Arkansas team. But importantly, it's important to get that double bye, but we can still finish from anywhere from 4th to 10th, just with the tiebreakers and everything else, and that's quite scary.
Can I brag on you a little bit? Is that okay?
You know how I feel about that.
I know how you feel about it, but I think it's...
You can brag on the players.
Yeah, how about if I brag on the program, okay? So...
With my name on it, right?
10 SEC wins, right? 10 SEC wins in back-to-back seasons. 3 of the last 4 years, they've had at least double-digit wins in the Southeastern Conference. 11 wins would match a program high set the first year in the SEC under Frank Haith, 2013, and in his first season in 2023. When's the last time that Missouri won 10 conference games in back-to-back seasons? Do you remember? Got to go back to Norm Stewart's last season, 98-99, when the Tigers won 11. Next season, Quinn Snyder's first season, 99-2000, when they won 10. The last coach, by the way, to have back-to-back double-digit win seasons in conference play, got to go back to Norm Stewart, 88-89, when the Tigers won 10. 89-90 when they won 12. And so kudos to you and your staff for building consistency with this program.
Hey, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't stand on a soapbox. I don't, it's just not my character to try to take all the credit. I credit our players. It's a special thing to be able to accomplish something like that. I think oftentimes we're in positions as head coaches to take the brunt of any punch or any criticism, and I proudly bathe in it. Ultimately, I think that's my role, to be able to protect our guys and allow them to go out. And it's just the opportunity, man, to be able to do something that hadn't been done here.
Let me dive back into the tournament. How important is it to get the double bye? What does that mean in terms of your ability to have a chance to play on Sunday?
Well, it strengthens your resume for the committee because of the opponent that you may face. Chances are it's one of the top 4 opponents or top 8 opponents usually. The other part of it is it gives you rest. Being able to play and win just 2 or 3 games is tremendous. To be able to do that. We fell short. We lost to Alabama my first season to go to the championship.
Yeah.
We beat Tennessee, lost to Alabama, and we were in the semis. And when I say it's electric, it's an electric atmosphere. Nashville is a fun city anyway, but when you look at celebrating the Missouri Tigers down there for a special cause, it brings out a lot of people.
Does it help prepare your team just being in that tournament type setting? How does it help you prepare for the next week and being in the big dance? Well,
it gives you a number of days off, first of all, a week, and you're not sitting there stressing and not knowing what day you'll play. The other part of it is you have to take care of your body during that time. So being able to use different facilities down there of different colleges, being able to make sure our guys are mentally and emotionally prepared. Preparation is key. Walkthroughs at this point in the season is more walkthroughs than practices, just because of the wear and tear on bodies.
When we come back, we'll talk about the possibilities of the following weekend in the NCAA tournament coming up next on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Hey Tiger fans, Mike Kelly here. When it comes to protecting your home, you've got to have a solid defense. That's why I count on Helitech waterproofing and foundation repair. For nearly 40 years, Helitech has been keeping homes healthy, foundations strong, and blocking water. Their team of experts play every job like it's the championship game with skill, precision, and pride. Inspections are free, so make your next move at HelitechOnline.com. Helitech, where the best defense starts below the floor.
Heal your home with Helitech.
Black and Gold season never ends at the Tiger Team Store. Gear up for game day with the largest official selection of black and gold gear and gifts. From the latest Mizzou SEC gear to everything you need for your tailgate, the Tiger Team Store is your store for all things Mizzou. The Tiger Team Store has moved and is now located inside Mizzou Arena. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with extended hours on game day or online at TigerTeamStore.com. It's always black and gold season at the Tiger Team Store.
Addison's restaurants are great local spots to visit before or after all Mizzou home games. Addison's has 2 locations to choose from in Southwest and downtown Columbia. Addison's features a full bar with over 20 beers on tap, including local brewers, and of course their famous Nachos Bianco. So, before or after the game, stop by Addison's. View the full menu online for both locations at addisonsgrill.com.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Quirk Hard Seltzer is a proud partner of Mizzou Athletics. With a winning lineup of flavors including Breakout, Stars, Cherry Blossom and Lime, and Strawberry Lemon and Basil, Quirk packs a Tiger's Paw-sized punch of award-winning flavor made with real fruit juice. Crack a Quirk, Missouri's hard seltzer, when rooting on MIZ this season. 90 calories per 12-ounce serving, gluten-free. Quirk Hard Seltzer, crafted by Boulevard Brewing Company, born and brewed Missouri. Must be 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the Svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Arkansas leading by 23 at home. Missouri and Arkansas coming up at 11 a.m. this Saturday. It's a gold rush at Mizzou Arena. And again, the senior celebration will take place at the conclusion of the game. Show your swagger with a Tiger checking card from Central Bank. It's the only place for Tiger checking. Open it today, www.centralbank.net. Remember that Tiger Talk, along with other great content available on the Inside Mizzou Sports podcast, presented by Shelter Insurance, and to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts from. So you're still trying to put yourself in a position to make it into the field in a couple of weeks. Hear your name on Selection Sunday. First for a coach. And here at Missouri, you've done it in 2 of 3 years. What is it like when you hear your name from a coaching perspective?
Well, you want to compete for championships. Everyone pretty much in our conference gets invited to the conference tournament. But you want to compete for a national championship, and you have to qualify. You have to earn that right over a body of work. It's easy to win a tournament over the weekend. The most difficult is the months of effort going into the long-term conference, the travel, the road games, the injuries, the ups and downs, the psychological, the mental wear and tear that your program, and you have to coach them through. So for me, it's an honor whenever you have your name called. It's a tribute to those that believe in you, especially those fans. It's something that bodes well with the memories of our student body, and obviously with their efforts showing up, making it home court advantage here at Mizzou Arena.
Let's talk about some of the metrics that come into play when the committee is trying to evaluate a team's value or body of work. We always hear about the NCAA net. The NCAA net today, you're 59. If you look at the quad 1, quad 2, quad 3, and quad 4 wins, 5-6 against Quad 1, 5-4 against Quad 2, 2-0 against Quad 3, and 8-0 against Quad 4. Wins above bubble ranking, which is one that came into play a year ago in terms of a new metric. You're 37 in that. Just what are some of your takeaways from the metrics that are used to evaluate a team?
Well, I'll say this. The net has nothing to do with who you are and what you have done. It's mostly to identify your opponents. And the committee has taken a step back because of what they've realized in that numerical number of net, from that being the sole indicator of you making the tournament. So, wins above bubble is the most important, and we're at 37 with that. The other matrix you want to have a positive in is your stats, your style of play. And obviously, you want to show that you've beat teams that can win championships in your league. And we've done that. And I'm proud of what our guys have done. Although you look at our non-conference, and many critics have said, oh, this schedule. We don't have bad losses as it relates to our team being 100%. We were unhealthy in our big game. So knowing that we've taken care of business, Mike, and ultimately we didn't put ourselves in a disadvantage. We put ourselves in an advantage because it all comes right back to what you do in the SEC.
You've got 10 combined wins against Quad 1 and Quad 2, 0 losses against Quad 3 and Quad 4. One of 25 schools in the country with 10 Q1 and Q2 victories, and also with no Q3, Q4.
I want to ask a research project because I don't know. This is a Jason Vanisky question. Has there ever been a double-digit win team in a conference in the SEC that never made the NCAA?
I don't believe there has been.
That's what I'm curious about. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I can't see Jason. He'll text me.
But regardless, there are some great publications out there publicly that talk about, the NCAA tournament, but no one knows except for the committee. No one knows anything that's going on behind those doors but the committee, and we have to wait till Selection Sunday to find out.
Back after this on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
From Stewart to Gates, Sunvold to Mitchell, Mizzou fans have always dreamed big. And at Multiply Credit Union, we're proud to keep that spirit alive. We're bringing fans across Tiger Nation better rates, real rewards, and accounts built to back their goals every step of the way. This isn't banking as usual, it's banking multiplied. Grow together, live fully, be more. Multiply Credit Union, the official credit union of Mizzou Athletics.
Black and gold season never ends at the Tiger Team Store. Gear up for game day with the largest official selection of black and gold gear and gifts. From the latest Mizzou SEC gear to everything you need for your tailgate, the Tiger Team Store is your store for all things Mizzou. The Tiger Team Store has moved and is now located inside Mizzou Arena. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with extended hours on game day or online at TigerTeamStore.com. It's always black and gold season at the Tiger Team Store.
It's game day, Tigers. When you fly from Columbia Regional Airport, you've already got the home court advantage. Skip the stress. Enjoy fast check-ins, short security lines, and nonstop flights on American and United Airlines. Whether it's the big tournament or your next getaway, COU makes every trip a winning play. Score your travel advantage at flycou.com. See you at COU, your home court in the sky.
Final segment of the show, final show of the season from Harpo's in downtown Columbia. I'm Mike Kelly. Dennis Gates is alongside Missouri and Arkansas. Saturday morning, it's a 11 a.m. tip-off inside of Mizzou Arena. Again, it's a gold rush. Fans encouraged to wear gold for the game. Seniors will be recognized in the ceremony after the game. Missouri played Arkansas back on February the 21st. Tigers lost 94-86. Just a thought on John Calipari's team that's winning by 22 at home against Texas tonight.
Arkansas is one of the most talented teams in the country, pound for pound, with their rotation, and obviously potential player of the year and freshman of the year, Darius Acuff leading them. So, again, we'll need our fans. We'll need a hostile environment, and we'll have to play well. There's no doubt about it. But we have to go out and give our very best and not have those self-inflictions. It's a tough place to play at Mizzou Arena, and I'm excited to be able to have our last game be a gold rush, be a sellout, and obviously have our wonderful crowd there.
The one guy that impacted the game that maybe wasn't expected to do so at the level that he did, Billy Richmond finishes with 21. Had really struggled from the three-point line, but went 2 for 3 in that game.
Yeah, he had a heck of a game, man. One of his better shooting performances. But he's been on a streak. Very athletic, wing, lefty, transition, one of the best to get out in the open court. But adding that piece of development to his game is definitely going to give him an opportunity to play at the next level.
You know, Acuff is a kid that obviously, terrific scorer, had 50 a couple of weeks ago, 20 points against us. Yeah. But he's a byproduct of the body of work, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He was doing what he's doing now in AAU, originally from Detroit, Michigan, ended up transferring to IMG Academy, been able to evaluate him, so for a long time. And he's one of the best point guards. He reminds me of a version of Chris Paul. That's how impactful he is. And it's going to be up for debate how long of a pro career he has. And it's just going to depend on health. But his talent is there, and he's one of the best point guards in the country.
What would you say would be lessons learned from the first time you played them?
Lessons learned, we got to rebound the basketball. Being able to minimize their transition and rebound the basketball. We have to play well. We have to click. We have to be able to stay out of foul trouble. And I think those three things hurt us last time in Arkansas.
And, of course, you talked about the home crowd needs to make an impact. The second sellout of the season, obviously 15-2 at home this season. Just what type of energy does your team get from not only the crowd, but in particular when that student section is packed to as full as it possibly can?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see. It's very impactful, and it's just right on top of our opponents. And when it gets loud, it's deafening. It's really, really hard to even fathom how to communicate. And there's some non-verbal communication we even as a home team has to execute and have to do to be able to get our points across even at home. And I'd rather it be loud than quiet and full versus empty any day of the week. And it's a special place. Mizzou Arena is a special place when it's filled.
I want to talk about, again, the plans to recognize your seniors after the game. Why after the game? When did you adopt that as a coach?
I knew always I would do it after the game just because, I just want to stay in our routine, stay in the routine of pregame, stay in the routine of everything. And the biggest compliment I can have is those fans that stick around and stay and really take in the entire game just to support these young people who has given so much to our institution, our city, because when we're successful, the entire city, the entire university, the entire athletic department benefits from it.
You'll allow those young men to address the crowd too, right?
Well, sometimes they do. Some will say some quick words, without a doubt, some thank yous along the way. Definitely an emotional night, one where it's not a goodbye, but it's it's sort of a welcome to the real world type of event that allows these young people to know that we will always have their back here in the city of Como.
Do me a favor. Let's close the show with this. I'm going to say the name of the senior. I just want you to give me a takeaway, just a takeaway on that individual. Mark Mitchell.
One of the best players to ever put on a Mizzou uniform.
Jaden Stone.
A resilient, sound, talented, special young man.
Javon Porter.
Hometown kid, always wanted to be here, grew up in the arena.
Sean Phillips Jr.
A guy that has had no one have his back the way that we have here. And it's just not me, but the entire city, the teammates, and institution.
Let's go back to what you told us at LSU and what you shared with the group of donors that made that trip. What was one of the first things that Sean Phillips told you and your coaching staff?
He said, I don't trust nobody. He didn't trust anybody. He didn't trust me. And he's been scarred. It's just what it is. A young man that has encountered a lot of hardship. And to break those walls the way that we did, I'll encourage everybody to look on our social media page and look at his senior tribute video and get an idea.
Yeah.
But we broke down some walls, broke down some barriers, and we see a completely different young man.
It's great hanging out with you each week, man. Good to see you.
Appreciate you.
Give it up for Dennis Gates.
MIZ.
Thanks for being with us all season long on Tiger Talk. Our thanks to Jeremy Washington, also the folks from KMIZ, and also especially the folks from Harpo's. I'm Mike Kelly. Tigers and Razorbacks coming up Saturday at 11 a.m. on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.